That is a proper lid shave on the side there, isn't it? What is that? What? Like, if you were asking for
foiled. He said, how short do you want it on the back? And he said, you want skin fade, don't you? And I was like, yeah, but I want it like down to 0, like foiled. And he's like, okay. And then he just
nice skin fade.
Thanks.
Is it a skin fade?
Yeah, skin fade, but it's foiled. So I had it done this morning. My idea was that I've had the
Sunday morning. They open up on a Sunday morning. That's impressive.
Very
early.
I've had this top thinned out, and it's all the same length, because it used to be long on this side because I used to comb it over. But I'm still combing it over currently. But I was wanting to go for the more, like, would you say rustic look? The more choppy. That's the word, choppy look. But I did it. It didn't quite look right to start with. And I thought people would start saying, why have you got a kid's haircut and stuff like that. So I've just put it back like this.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
You need a bit of tan though, I think, now.
Right.
You've got, on the side of your head.
Oh, do I?
Because...
do you remember, was it Stuart Sink when he won the Open? He took his hat off and he had the rim mark, like it was...
There's loads of them. They're all like that. It just shows... Well, it's actually quite scary, really, because it just shows how much tanning you get when you get on a golf course and how much the sun affects you, which is why it's very important that you sunscreen up, which we do.
I put factor 50 on the starter, and then I go down to 30 for the rest of the year. But yeah, I always put it,
Yeah. I do, more for wind burn.
Like my girlfriend, she, I can probably say it doesn't really matter, but she's had like skin cancer in the face down here. So she's had to have like a big, like a piece cut out of her face. I mean, it doesn't detract from her beauty, and they've done a really good job, but that's just from overexposure to the sun, using sunbeds when you're younger, like, because there was probably less knowledge. We're in our 40s now, aren't we? There's less knowledge about how dangerous the sun is.
I would say I've just got into my 40s. I wouldn't say I'm in my 40s.
I'm
just kind of just there.
Just tiptoeing in.
I'm just learning the ropes.
So yeah, I mean, but it's so important that you do.
Well,
and even on days when you may be playing a links golf course with a bit of wind,
that's
you don't think,
that's what I focus on. Yeah. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday morning show. Good morning, Bernie.
Morning, Dan. Good morning, everybody.
Well, exciting week. A bit of a rush around, but an exciting week that we've had. Yeah,
we've had a busy week, haven't we? We dodged the weather as well.
Bit of weather dodging.
Because we could see it sort of meandering around the
well, you could see the
Cotswold,
world. It was like a scene off of what's that?
Emmerdale? No. Emmerdale Farm?
No. Well, you could probably actually see Emmerdale Farm from where we were. We were so high up. So we've been at Cleve Hill Golf Club this week.
Yeah.
We started off at Minchinhampton, and then we went to Cleve Hill. And there's a really nice little story about Cleve Hill, which Cleve Hill was, like many golf clubs around the country, was struggling to maintain itself as a business. Yeah. And it basically went. But it's been bought out and it's been saved, which there was a bit of a petition going on at the time and a bit of a marketing sort of plan to try and save it, and it got saved.
It's a great story though, about how
it's a
and
lovely
why
story.
Lovely
story.
Sentimental, isn't it, really, I guess. And the new owners and
Nick and Sam,
they've got grand plans for the golf course, and they've got a good product to start with, I think.
They do, yeah.
The views, I mean, it's the highest point in the Cotswolds, and you could see right over to Wales. Beautiful, open, expansive countryside, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
From the top of a hill.
And what's amazing is you get to see the weather that goes around it, and it was like...
We were like cloud level, and it was literally...
Well, it used to be Cleve Clouds. Cleve Clouds, I think something like that. But it was up because obviously it was in the clouds.
Yeah, I mean, you could see the weather closing in around us, but although the temperature and the wind was windy and it was cold, because of the position we're in, we didn't get any of that rain, which was brilliant, to be fair.
No, and some amazing history. Old Tom Morris first layout, and then the great doctor. The great doctor made an appearance.
We don't even mention his second name anymore. We don't need to.
We don't need to. He's the great doctor.
He is.
And he came in, Dr. Alistair Mackenzie, he came in and redesigned some of the holes around there as well.
He's currently my favourite doctor.
Is he?
Yeah. So number 2 is Doctor Who, and number 3 is Dr. Carl Kennedy from Neighbours. So they're my 3 favourite doctors. He's number 1 now.
It got to be number one.
But number one, definitely.
100% number one. I've not got any others other than him, so
no.
just number one.
No.
But then obviously we were at Minchinhampton.
Yep.
Minchinhampton. We've managed to get the Avening golf course done.
We completed it, haven't we?
We've completed it. And the Avening is, what's so great about that is that there is going to be open qualifying there this year, which is actually a mixture of the Cherrington and the Avening.
Yeah, it's the original course, so how it was set up when it first originally opened. So you play a combination of the holes.
Yeah.
And that's this year as well, so they're really proud of that. And it's the first time it's returned there, isn't it? For a few years. So
from when I last had a little pop at it.
We've heard that.
But that was
story
Cherrington.
Yeah,
I didn't play the Avening, so I'd never played the Avening. So it was really nice to get around. The holes around the water there and everything like that. I mean, it is just beautiful. Love it. That's my type of track.
There was quite a good connection between the two places because the manager Simon has gone. He's currently finishing off the last few days at Minchinhampton, and he's moving over to Cleve Hill to take on that project.
Help manage that,
which is brilliant. So we were out with them for dinner as well.
Yeah,
on the
we did,
on the Wednesday night. So
we were over there
didn't we?
We were over there with Paul and Gilly, weren't we?
Yeah.
And we stayed in a lovely hotel, didn't we?
Yeah.
With a roll top bath in our 1-bedroom suite.
So there was a little
one bed suite.
There was a little bit of a mix-up, wasn't there? They've just started a corporate with a particular hotel in Cheltenham. It was a lovely hotel. I mean, it was pretty grand. I mean, it was as good as we've stayed in this country on the bus tour.
Yeah.
But when we got there, the young lady was a little bit flustered. She couldn't find our room, the booking, etc., which didn't really detract from it. But they upgraded us to, I think it was like a honeymoon suite, wasn't it? So we went into the room. There's a bath in the middle of the room. In the middle of
the bedroom.
And a double bed for me and you, king size bed. So
it wasn't even a king.
No,
it was a nice, quiet little together one.
I've got a little suspicion that you arranged that on purpose, but I'm not.
Because as you know, I don't like my sleep. But no, great trip. But on the channel this week, we've been at the Belfry.
Yeah.
And for those of you that have been enjoying watching the Belfry this week,
British Masters?
not obviously our bit, but obviously the British Masters as well, which has been obviously hosted by Danny Willett. And the important thing for us about that event is, even though it's at the Belfry, and the fact that we now know Dan, who's the head pro at the Belfry, which was great to meet him and great for him to show us around the ins and outs of how it all works up there, certainly from his side of the world of the Belfry. But the fact that it's to do with prostate cancer and they're associated with the event, and obviously that's our
chosen charity the last couple of years.
Chosen charity, and we love supporting them. And in the description of this video, we've still got, because we've not done anything with it at this stage, we've still got our Just Giving page.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put a little link in the description of this video that you can go if you want to get involved with our Just Giving. It's a Just Giving page that we've set up that anybody that's supported the channel can donate a little bit of money towards prostate cancer. Then fantastic if you can do that.
Yeah, I mean, we often get people ask us whether they can make a donation to our channel and help us going forward. But we'd rather that they, if they're going to make a donation for the free content and they enjoy it, and it's not a begging thing, or you don't have to. It's just, but if you wish to and you wish to support us, the Just Giving page, that'd be brilliant. Any little helps, as much as you can afford, etc. But brilliant if you can. If not, then not to worry.
So I'm moving on. Footage. I've got some old footage, which not old
it's
footage.
Not really that old, is it?
No, it's not. But it's not just been. I haven't been able to bring it to the Sunday show because we've had some other Sunday shows going on, but it's James Ruth's golf day.
Yeah.
James Ruth is eagerly trying to get back onto the European tour.
He's had
DP World now.
Tour cards for a couple of seasons, hasn't he? But it's got to be a decade ago now.
Some time ago. But obviously he stopped and did his PGA.
Yeah.
He was still playing a little bit at the time, but he stopped and did his PGA. He's now obviously got married. He's got a little kiddie, so he's a busy boy. But
he's playing some great golf.
He's playing some amazing golf. Yeah. And I thought, well, why don't we just go down and film what he's doing, try and promote it a little bit.
I mean, he's helped us out by appearing on the channel. Graham, his dad, does a lot of work with us and helps us. And it's great to go down and support him. And
so what I thought I'd do is we'd head over to China Fleet and just go and catch up with James and see how his golf day went.
It's like 36 pints in here. nearly 400, edge of the green.
You can follow us around.
Edge of the green.
Your golf day has arrived.
Yes.
It takes a lot to set this up, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Luckily my wife has been a little star on the registration desk, so yeah, she's taking care of all that, taking all the money and the twos and the raffle, so yeah, I've just got to hit tee shots basically.
And luckily you've got a day for it, haven't you?
Yeah, currently the weather's sort of held off. There's a bit of rain forecast, but not too much, so yeah, very lucky in that respect. You know, goal is to go back on the European Tour. Form's been probably as good as it's ever been for the last 6 months, so yeah, got to strike while the iron's hot, as they say. So yeah, that's the plan of running the day. I just want everybody to have a great day as well. Been very fortunate with prizes in terms of, you know, 22 clubs I think in the southwest have donated 4 balls for the day. Yeah, loads of good prizes that have been donated, so yeah, very good in that respect.
So Mum.
Yes.
Now, you've travelled a lot with James, certainly in the younger days, didn't you?
A lot.
Amateur days, moving into pro ranks, all of that. So you've been through the highs and the lows of all of it.
Oh yes, definitely.
And how does it affect you as a mum, you know, watching your son go through all those sorts of things?
Just like it does as a player, really.
Yeah.
You're up there 1 minute, and then you can hit the floor, and you're completely down. But not for long. We'd get back in the car, start singing, and have a laugh, and get over it, and get on to the next one. He's matured and understands his game a lot better than he did when he was younger.
Yeah, and obviously having a family and all those sorts of things that go along with that, that must change him.
Definitely, yeah. He's a lovely dad, I have to say.
Yeah.
And I think having Jade helps him a lot, because Jade's quite organised as a teacher.
How is life when he's obviously on the road and travelling and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's before Jacob, our little 1-year-old, it wasn't too bad, because, you know, you didn't have those kind of responsibilities and you could kind of manage it quite well. But I can imagine if I do it now with Jacob, it's going to be a lot tougher, and I still work as well, so trying to manage that and balance that as well is quite tricky.
But you are the ultimate support team.
Yes, we are. And the hope is that, you know, with being a teacher, I get the holidays, so the summer we'd be able to go and watch and enjoy it with him as well.
And get the balance right.
Exactly, yeah.
And moving forward, do you think you'll be, if he does go on to obviously get his card and do all those sort of things, are you going to follow him a bit more again, or are you...
Well, I have his son 1.5 days a week, so it might be slightly difficult until Jacob gets a bit older. But yes, I'd love to, if he gets back on the tour, go out and watch him again.
And obviously you've played golf to a pretty high standard as well.
Very high level.
And has that helped, do you think, for you, watching him develop?
I think, yeah, definitely. It helps you the mental side.
Yeah.
You understand better, definitely, what they're going through.
I'll let you carry on with your game now, Beth.
Thank you very much, Dan.
What is the reality of playing on tour, the expense of it, the travel, and all of those things that go along with it?
Yeah, again, I think it's a learning experience. I was 25 the first time I got on tour, and you know, it's probably, you know, you're looking at maybe 60,000 for the year. And if you're playing well, everything's great because you're earning money, you're making cuts. But if you miss a cut, you don't get paid. So, you know, if you go on a run of 3-4 cuts, it can be quite mentally tough. Certainly back then. You know, because you're putting pressure on yourself and things like that, so it can be very tough in that respect.
So you've been a supporter of golf, well, for a long time, Graham. I know you've played to a very high standard yourself. You've been very supportive of county golf, club golf. It's tough, isn't it, for someone like James to turn up and start playing on a big stage like a European tour?
You know, obviously I've lived with it from a very early age, and I think that it is just such a tough way to earn a living.
Yeah.
I don't know many people who've still got his enthusiasm at his age.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of players, but his words to me only 3 or 4 weeks ago were he's never looked forward to a season with so much anticipation and enthusiasm, and you know, that's for me, that's really encouraging. He's playing some of his best golf, and I think, you know, maturity, it's what it's all about.
So one thing I want to know, and I'm sure the viewers do as well, obviously 25 years old was when you were sort of really playing on tour and doing all those things.
Yeah.
What do you think you've possibly learnt over the last sort of probably 10 years now, on from that? What do you think you've learnt from the game, and what do you think you can maybe take to new levels with you?
Just experience, know so much more about my game, time management, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
when I first got out there, I was treating it like a 9 to 5 job. 9 in the morning, 5 in the evening, practice. And Wednesday, I just burned myself out. Whereas when I got through to Wentworth a few years ago for the PGA, I would, practice in the morning and then from 1 o'clock take the rest of the afternoon off. You're not sort of trying to find something. I found some weeks I was trying to find something on the range, and like you say, you're burning energy and it's mental stress. Whereas now I feel like time management is a lot better. That's the biggest thing. Time management and scheduling, I think. Just learning to manage your time a little bit better.
Now, you've lived and breathed it, haven't you? I mean, you know, and what I want to know from you is, as there will be people watching this video now who have their own kids that maybe want to go into the big stage and certainly make a career out of golf. Any advice that you could give parents or certainly fathers that have got kids that are looking to go down that road?
Yes, my wife and I, obviously, we travelled the length and breadth of the country with him, and we saw, I think the term we used to use was pushy parents. You've got to let them develop, you've got to let them enjoy it, but there's so many parents that we've observed who are trying to live their lives through their children's, and that's what it's not about. It's about letting them build their own self-esteem, build their games, enjoy it, and you're there really. We used to laugh. We were a taxi driver basically, and the bank of mum and dad, and that's about where you need to be. The moment you start trying to interfere or start trying to coach them, influence them too much, I really do believe that there's some pitfalls in that, and I just think that you've got to let them flourish. Let them be the judge of what they want to do. Don't enforce your views on them. But everybody will have a different view, Dan. But we tried to sort of keep it very low key. Obviously, he wanted to play, and so what you do is you just create the opportunities for them. And I think that's the key thing from a parent's point of view.
And there's a lot of guys that watch us on the channel.
Yeah.
Who are very good golfers. I mean, we play with some really good golfers on the channel, and there's a lot of guys that want to maybe make a career out of this as a playing side of things. Is there any advice you can give those people, those guys or girls that are even that are maybe looking to, young kids looking to get out there and make a name for themselves on tour? Is there anything you could sort of pass over?
Don't try and do anything different. You've got to the ability you've got to by doing what you're doing, working with your coach. A lot of people, when they're looking to turn pro or get low, think they've suddenly got to do something majorly different and change their game or gain more distance. But if you've got to that standard doing what you're doing, effectively just keep improving on that. I made a bit of an error when I first got on tour, trying to change my swing and, wedge game, wedges, things like that. Whereas I've learned so much over the years just to sort of basically keep improving what you're doing.
And there's actually something really interesting in that with what James is saying there. I bumped into a golf coach who played or coached on the European Tour, and he remembers James, this was some time ago, but he remembers James playing national golf, county golf to a high level. And he was saying to me at the time that he remembers James being super confident, as he strolled down the fairways, he would be confident in his own game, confident in where he was, in the arena that he was in. And when he saw him for the first time on tour, he said he was very much looking not confident. His shoulders were rounded, his head was down instead of being sort of chest out, head up, those sorts of things. And I've spoken to James about that over the years, and James was sort of saying that he absolutely felt that as a player, going to another level, you feel like you have to do things different to what you used to do as an amateur, which is not the case. And there's so much that we can take from that, in the fact that when you turn up to an event, a big event, club championships or a match for your club or whatever it is, you've just got to stick to your own game plan. You've got to stick to your own game, because if you try and do something slightly different, that's out of your comfort zone. You're not going to get the confidence with it, and then if you lose the confidence, you're probably going to lose your game a little bit. So a nice little day actually, and do you know what was nice? Bumping into our little Buccaneer friends.
Buccaneer friend, yeah. There was 8 of them, wasn't there?
There's a load of them down there. Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah. Obviously I knew John was going down with Neil. Yeah. I knew those guys were doing that, but then obviously I got to meet all the other guys down there as well. It was quite nice actually. Nice to catch up with John again.
And James obviously partnered John in the Christmas special last year, didn't he?
He certainly did. So there's a nice little Cornish bonding there, you know. And like John said, he likes to support the Cornish as much as he possibly can, and anything going on in Cornwall, he's supporting.
That's brilliant. That's how it should be, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Proud Cornishmen, a lot of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
Proud Cornishmen.
We're proud Devonians.
Correct. That's exactly what we are. So obviously, from us, we wish James all the success of that. Yeah. We will obviously try and share with you as much as we possibly can with his success, and hopefully it'll be successful and he'll move forward with it and get his card, which is ultimately what we want. Imagine that, he gets his card.
He's no longer on the bus tour. He's graduated.
Graduated off the bus tour.
You know when they do it on.
Great.
You know when
we
they
do
it
a
on
little
the
graduation ceremony.
On the little minor tours. I say minor. We're not really minor, but on the tours they do like past players and what you know. Yeah. We could have him on there, couldn't we? Past bus tour member.
Yeah.
Full member.
I'm sure he'd be a full member. And he'd be allowed back on occasionally.
Really? I don't know if we should take that stance. And once you leave the bus tour, you're gone.
No. Graduate off of it.
Yeah,
maybe.
No, it's not.
We could do that like the hat ceremony where they throw the hat up.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was an upward step, more of a sideways step.
Would you? BP World. So we will keep you posted on how he gets on with that. We wish him obviously all the best. And what access that would be.
Yeah, I mean,
get out onto tour with him.
Being a little bit selfish, it'd be great to get some European DP tour.
It'd be nice to follow the journey.
Yeah.
Follow his little journey,
exposure, and get some material for that, because we are finding that the most difficult, aren't we?
Getting out on
tour.
Getting
access to male players that are at the top of their game, I guess.
Probably, I've not pushed it enough, really. I could probably have got out there with some of the Titleist stuff and things like that, but I've not really pushed it enough.
But it is nice to obviously support the ladies tour and some of the minor tours of people trying to get up to the next level. It's good.
So I've got something else that I want to say, is that a couple of weeks ago we did a Sunday show from over in Normandy, and we did it was the D-Day landings type of thing, and the response that I had from that was really fantastic, absolutely fantastic. It was amazing to actually go and do it. But I will, again, in the link in this video, I will pop a little link that people have asked me, you know, what's the best option to go out there and do and experience that. I will pop a little link in the description of this video that if you want to go out and experience any of what myself and my brother and James experienced out in France with the D-Day side of stuff and Omaha Beach and all that stuff that went on there, then follow the little link. It's with Brittany Ferries, and they'll take you over there and put it all on for you.
So apologies if we haven't responded to all the questions regarding it, because there was quite a few about how they can get over there, but we knew we were going to do this, so yeah, there's the link in the descriptions.
And I'll probably do a bit of something on social as well with it, because there's been so much. It's the first time we've ever had
that much response
to something that it obviously touched people's hearts, and they want to go and do something maybe similar as well. So great experience, amazing experience, something I think everyone's got to do.
Something we respect, you know, our servicemen, and
we're dragging you out there,
giving up their lives and making sacrifices for us, really, isn't it? I mean, fair play to anyone who does that, and we thank them from the channel and from ourselves.
Dad's Trophy.
Yeah.
So we've had Dad's Trophy, the Chris Hendriksen Trophy, which is my dad's trophy in memory of my dad. We had that at Churston.
Yep.
And myself and Bobby, we went out there and did a bit of filming of some of the players.
Wouldn't it be great if Bobby could win it one year?
He probably will when he won the year, hopefully.
I've won it a couple of times.
You've won it a couple of times. But it was obviously, and do you know what it was nice to see? It's nice to see Pimmy out there.
Yeah, with the Pim dog.
The Pim dog, he's won it before.
Yeah.
In fact, he won it last year. He had to bring the trophy back. But I don't think he ever took it away. So,
when you win so many trophies like he does.
Ryan Moore won it.
Yeah.
Not Ryan Moore on tour, Ryan Moore, who I was like, Ryan Moore? Ryan Moore from Yelverton won it.
Yeah.
So shot a lovely 66 in the morning.
Yeah, it's good going around Chelsea at the moment.
Backed it up with, I think, like a 73 or 74 or something like that, which is 66 around there. Was leading by like 5, I think.
Yeah.
In the morning. So
impressive play that.
Yeah, very good play. So well done to Ryan, and well done to everybody, and thank you everybody for taking the time to compete in Dad's event. It's always a great event. It's 36 holes, but it's, you know, which is a challenge.
Yeah.
But it's a really
keeps his memory going as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's all positive, really. Bus tour.
Yeah.
Tell us what's going on.
Yeah,
next up.
We've had a couple of false starts. Trevose obviously was cancelled, postponed,
but full. It was
full. So that will be hopefully rearranged, and
Yeah.
Graham's trying to get a date with Trevose.
Yeah.
P&K and Ashburnham, we both unfortunately were suffering from COVID at the time, couldn't go.
Couldn't go.
We had 2 able deputies in Paul and Jordan, so they looked after the guys really, really well. But we've got another event coming up, which is on the 29th, Sunday the 29th, and Monday the 30th of this month, so sort of 3 weeks away, which is at Staverton Park. More central, this one, so it's just near
I've never been there. It looks
Midlands.
beautiful.
Yeah, it looks lovely golf
absolutely
course.
Looking forward to teeing it up around there.
So yeah, so I think it's around about. You need to contact Graham, which we will put his.
Well, it will be on the ticker bar going down.
Around about
so.
£300 if you come with somebody else. It's a slight single supplementary upgrade if you want that as well. But it's 36 holes of friendly, competitive Stableford golf.
Okay, with a Order of Merit.
With an Order
around.
of Merit, yeah. So I will put the Order of Merit up. Maybe we'll pop that up next week. The Order of Merit to show everyone how they're doing.
Yeah.
What position they're in, and etc. The first 2 in the Order of Merit will play a vlog with us at the end of the year, so you'll get to be filmed and you'll be on the channel.
Look out!
It's dinner, bed and breakfast. There's prizes during the 2 days and overall, and we will also play golf with you. So there'll be opportunity to play with me and Dan as well on the bus tour.
Well, lovely. Nice to be back in the office.
Yeah.
Chilling out in our little
the new putting green.
New putting green. We're not going to show it yet, but we
No.
are sat on a new putting green. And
Just having a bit of maintenance at the moment.
Well, it's just literally just been delivered, so we'll just put it in. The sand needs brushing in, so we're not going to show it off yet. But as soon as it gets ready, we will showcase our new little putting green in the studio, which is we'll be
good.
You'll be on there a lot, won't you?
Yeah, need to be.
I think that's it, everybody. Thank you very much for today, Bernie, and enjoy your weekend, everyone. And we'll see everyone. Should we see everyone next Sunday?
See you next Sunday.
Omaha Beach. Omaha Beach is out on Monday. Tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock. Enjoy.